Hello, Nigerian youths. Happy to be here to talk to you today. Basically, about myself, I want to use my story as a form of, inspiration for my fellow youths out there who are struggling to make a career, to make a name, and to make it in life, who are basically, like we like to say, hustling. You see, life is what you make of it. And if you work hard, there's nothing you can't really achieve. The most important thing in life is to have the right attitude to life, and as the saying goes, your aptitude and your attitude will ultimately determine your altitude in life. I started out in primary school thinking like everybody else, I wanted to be a pilot. The next day, I wanted to be a doctor, to be an engineer. If I saw a policeman, that's it, I want to be a policeman. But as time went by, I went to secondary school, and by the time I got to the senior secondary school, I sort of had discovered my mission in life, what I wanted to do in life, and what drove me on, and what still drives me on, which was a passion for public service. And came through a lot of reading, and which is something that I recommend that everybody does, because whatever you're finding, whatever you're looking for in life is actually in the books. So we need to take time out of our busy schedules to read books. Like one of my mentors told me, always try as much as possible to read for an hour a day. Whatever it is, try and read. And even if you find yourself on the internet, instead of just going around on Facebook, social media and music channels, YouTube, try as much as possible to do something that will enrich you while you're there. The web is full of resources, and there are many stories we can learn from. Anyway, back to my story. I felt the need, to go into public service, to model myself after well-known leaders, people like Nelson Mandela, that had given their entire lives to public service. And naturally, when I went to the university, I read political science. I wanted to come out, work in the NGO, enrich people's lives, ultimately go into politics, public service generally. What happened to me, I got a chance to write the examinations of one of the old generations banks in Nigeria, First Bank. And at the time I finished university in 2003, really, it was only in the banks that you could get a job without any connections, without knowing anybody. Because at that time, the banks were consolidating, and there were a lot of opportunities for young graduates. So my friend was going for First Bank exams, and I said, okay, why not? Let me go and test myself, let me price myself, let me see if I have what it takes to get into this big institution, First Bank. And I went there, lo and behold, they called me for an interview, and I sat down, went through it, and I got the job. Now I had the dilemma, should I continue in the NGO where I didn't have a job, or should I take this job that is on ground? Now, of course, there's pressure from the home, one by the hand is better than two in the bush, things like that. So I went to the banking sector. Never in my life, people that knew me from school, from student union days, because I was in the union, they were like, wow, you're in the bank, it's a waste, you're wasting your talent, it's so many things. And in the beginning, honestly, the going was very, very, very tough. I wrote my resignation letter at least on 3 different occasions, took it to the office, and at the last minute decided not to turn it in, because naturally in life, you don't quit. When you see challenges, adversity, you stare it in the face and you defeat it and move on. So I found myself in the bank, and after 2 years, I was like, I'm going to resign. Every day I'll say, okay, I'll get another job, I'll move back to the NGO world, I'll go and do a master's in human rights. And 1 year became 2 years, 2 years became 3 years. I moved from First Bank to GT Bank. And I decided to, since I've spent 4 years doing this thing, I might as well make it a career. And the trick is, wherever you go in life, you need to have mentors. And you will only get along with your mentors if you're hardworking. You look for people that you want to model yourself. You admired some qualities in their lives, you want to be like them, And they're all around. There are people willing to help you, people willing to push you, people willing to teach you things. But you need to step up to them, and you need to show them that you have the hunger, the urge, the hard work, and the humility to learn. And those people will help you. And I've been lucky all through my career, from my teachers to my bosses. I've had good people that have helped me all through my life, from university, First Bank, Guarantee Trust Bank. And I said, okay, I'm in banking, I need to carve a niche for myself in this banking. What do I need to do? I need to specialize. I'm not from a financial background, I'm not a professional, so I needed to do something to carve a niche for myself in banking. So I said, okay, what is the new thing coming? It is Islamic banking. So I decided to move to an Islamic bank and become an Islamic banking professional. And by the grace of God, by the end of this year, my papers will be through. I'll be chartered in Islamic finance, and that gives me the license, to go anywhere in the world to work, as a professional. So it's very, very important. What I'm saying in essence is for us to know ourselves. As you are, whatever you're doing, be it in secondary school, be it in university, be it you're in the labor market, you need to know yourself. You need to know what you want to do in life. Do I want to be a professional? I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. Okay, what do I need to do to pursue my dreams? And you need to do A, B, and C. You go ahead, plan, and do them. Because this life, you're not going to do anything. You're not doing anybody a favor. If your parents are pushing you to read, your parents are pushing you to do this, do that, you're not doing them a favor. You're actually doing it for themselves, for yourself, because they have done it. They have their degrees. They have, whatever they have in life, and they're probably pushing you to try and avoid the mistakes they made in life. And if you don't learn from the experience of the people that went before you, and to be very, very sad, it will be tragic, because that is why you have them. There are people that don't even have parents to advise them. You have parents, you have mentors, you have elder ones telling you this is what you need to do. And you're like, man, these guys are just stressing my life, and you just want to party, there's time for that. The people that were EFICOs, ITKs, and whatever names, bookworms, people that were frequenting the libraries when we were in secondary school, today are the same people that are able to afford the best nightclubs in town, that are able to take out the finest girls, able to drive the finest cars, and of course, they have the best jobs in town. Why? Because they finished with 2-1s and first-class degrees. And there's a world of difference between a 2-2 and a 2-1. And you would never, ever know it. It's sad that, guidance and counseling is now no longer very, very high on the agenda, even in secondary schools, except the good private schools, or, in universities. Because it is there that somebody will sit you down and tell you, that, okay, if you want to be a doctor, you need to make straight A's. If you want to be an engineer, you need to make so number of A's. This is what you need to do to achieve your dreams. But unfortunately, a lot of us, in secondary school, especially in university, take a lot of things for granted. You're only going to be there for 4 years. People graduate now at the age of 22. So at 22, your life has not even started. You don't even know anything. So whatever fun you think you're going to have in university, whatever fun you think you're having now, I guarantee you don't know anything. It is when you finish, it is when you are a professional, it is when you have money, these things will come to you. You will need the grace of God and prayers for you to even avoid some excesses when you finish. So the thing to do is now to do what you need to do to get to where you want to go. If you are in secondary school, you need to pass SSC. Absolutely, because that is the beginning of your life. That's going to define the rest of your life. If you are struggling, looking for admission because you didn't make your papers, reciting GCE, going around doing diplomas, and you're already in trouble. Your mates will graduate while you're just probably lucky to enter university through direct entry. You're in university, you want to follow boys, Yahoo boys, you want to be a big boy, you want to be in the letters cult, you want to follow the finest girls. There's time for that. You can't do that on your pocket money. Anyway, you need to have the resources. How do you get these resources? How do you become this so-called big boy you want to do? It is by putting your head down, burning the night candle, going to the library, and passing your exams. If you make a 2-1, my brother, my sister, if you have a first class, if you come out, not only Brazilian hair, you go to Brazil. If you want, you have somebody grow the hair for you in Brazil. You have your own Brazilian girl growing your own hair for you. You know how much bankers are paid? They paid a lot of money. Yes, there's pressure, but see, if you want to be successful in life, whatever you do, there's a price you must pay for that. It's either you pay it now and be successful, or you enjoy now and suffer later. Because in life, some people must drive taxi, some people must be security guards, some people must work in salon, and some people must patronize those salons. So it's either you want to be the person patronizing and paying the money, or the person doing the nails for people that come there. It is absolutely your choice. And I believe that this country, the youth of this country are blessed with so much energy, so much talent. You know, these people that are doing well and, you know, they are famous today, whiz kids, the demands of this world. Only God knows, you know, the number of hours they spent practicing. I was in drama club in secondary school. Okay, so my brothers and sisters, the message I would like to leave you with today is, you know, you can make it, you can do it. And yes, to borrow from Obama, yes, we can. But what you need to do is to work hard, study hard, pray hard, obey your parents, you know, try as much as possible to be a good citizen, a good member of society. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself, as we're told in scriptures. You know, do your best every day. You know, go to bed knowing that, you know, today I couldn't have done any more. You know, I did my best and be satisfied. You know, that is the way to make it in life. If you find yourself struggling, you know, keep working hard. You know, your break is just down the road. Don't do anything illegal. Don't be tempted into the easy life, because it's only easy for a few days, for a few months, for a few years. It will be over. There's dignity in labor. We should work hard, you know, shun bribery, corruption, and all the ills that we see today in our country. Because the future of Nigeria actually depends on me and you. And I wish you all the best in life. And I have no doubt in my mind that if you work hard, you will make it. Thank you.